Hobby Deep State wants to manipulate you. That's right. That's how they roll. And this is what Jeff Wilson said the other day. He says influencer boxes are a lie. And he was trying to poke fun at individuals, or he's going to try to critique people like me who says that, hey, look, there's lots of hanky panky going on with influencer boxes. But let's take a look at what he says and we'll dissect.
Look, I get it. When you see an influencer pull big hits, it is tempting to think that the boxes were intentionally loaded. But that is not the case. And Topps recently proved it. Topps brought in KPMG, a major audit firm, to review a full year of card distribution. And KPMG confirmed that everything is totally random. No loaded boxes, no influencer magic. Now, I applaud Topps for doing this, but is it enough to convince you? Let me know your thoughts.
All right. Okay. Listening to Jeff Wilson is like listening to the mainstream media. This is just talking points that you hear from people, from normies, people in your family that just regurgitate talking points from the Mockingbird media. I'm sure a lot of people know what the Mockingbird media is all about. And if you really deep do a deep dive in this audit report, let's just look at this. The controls and the testing period was what? February 9th, 2024 through March 31st, 2024. And if you look at any of this, there's nothing in this report about auditing times where there's marketing or promotions. This talks only about the distribution. So if you look at someone like, I think is what, Mike the Miz, is that the guy? Let me Google it. Mike the Miz rock card. Yeah, he just uncovered a rock autograph card when he was at Burbank or with the Burbank dude. Okay, one of the when you Google it, my video showed up. That's hilarious. Yeah, so how do you pull that rock card? Is there an audit for a situation like that? Is there an audit when influencers look at their boxes for promotion wise? I tagged Jeff Wilson in the story, but there was no response from Jeff Wilson. Why is there no response? And then this cardboard life, my God, this post is amazing. Open loaded boxes with Pee Wee Herman and then fake shock and excitement for content. Run to make a video to gaslight the hobby about BS audit and further lose credibility. Card Collector 2 and Pee Wee Herman. Wow. This is great. I'm going to refer to the audit that has less credibility than me than Topps did, even though the boxes I ripped were Panini. This is because I'm full of crap and openly worship Michael Rubens. Oh my God. Bro. Oh my God. Dude, this post is hilarious. Hey, card collector 2, want to sit? Oh my God. Dude, there's a reason why he's blacklisted from the hobby. This cardboard life. Oh man. Speaking on the point of manipulation, we got to look at what the bigger and broader plan, I believe, is of the hobby deep state. And it's the market manipulation or the manipulation of high-end Asians. And look at this guy, Nick Uliano, allegedly allegedly Goonblot. He has been accused on blowout forums of major hanky panky in the Jordan PMG market or in the PMG market. And if you look at it closely on Blowout, what they were saying was that he allegedly created these names, Jungwoo Park, and it was to manipulate rich Asians to buy up these cards. This is how this hobby works. And, yes, they manipulate people of all different backgrounds. That is true. Now, they're trying to market and do outreach through some influencers. I get it, to different groups, Dr. Collectibles, you have Mama Breaks. I understand that. I don't like the loaded box part, but if you look at the major marketing and influence that these high-end guys want to do, in my opinion, they're trying to get the high-end rich Asian folk to be buying up these cards. And one tactic of them is, yes, sure, you could legitimately do it. I can show you a legitimate example. A legitimate example is you see Otani. He's huge, obviously, and he's huge in Japan. And I remember looking at this article from a few months ago, and their revenue actually shot up. This one line I posted on my story a while back. In 2021, top sale in Japan came at 1.5 million, a figure that increased to 22.6 million in 2024, according to Top Japan data. Assuming that data is correct, that's great. That's fantastic. And the company is expecting a tenfold increase. So if you're talking about increasing the hobby and generating revenue, I believe it's going to be coming from overseas. And that's why, in my opinion, what they're doing is they're promoting people of different backgrounds to try to get more money in. Especially now, they're going to try to, in my opinion, promote more Asians, and they have for the past few years to try to get that money to come into the hobby. Because once again, Southeast Asia has, if you include China, Korea, Japan, Philippines, they're into cards. That's a fact. And you just get the rich ones to come in. They could, you know, you could have a lot more people in this hobby. If you're marketing and outreach, in a way like, with Otani and all that, that's fine. I have nothing against that. What I have problems with is, you know, this dude here. And why is Nat Turner once again hanging out with Uliano? Uliano, I believe, is at a show in Miami. So if this guy allegedly did what was stated on Blowout, like what's why do they do that? Why does Nat Turner do that? Probably because he knows that people who's done hanky panky, they have contacts to rich people. And the second reason why I do think that, you know, they're promoting all these Asians in this hobby, Southeast Asians. I'm not saying this, to be racist or anything like that. It's just a flat out observation, is because they're trying to get, I wouldn't say an outreach, they're trying to get the big money coming from Southeast Asia into this hobby. I mean, that's why you had, in my opinion, Jeff Wilson promote Curator to the extent that he did, because, hey, look, that, in my opinion, is trying to bring a huge chunk of money to this hobby. Rich Asians, okay? People may not like that, but that's the reality. And he allegedly manipulated Asians. Once again, if you go to that Blowout forum with Jungwoo Park, okay? Some of his buddies got mad at me. Some people say, well, it's over a decade ago. It's still relevant. It's the it's the manipulation of high-end individuals, and it's flat out wrong. Okay, they may have outreach once again with this Otani, which is fine, getting more revenues in Japan. Nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is manipulating people. And ultimately, if you start to see, promotion of this guy, This guy looks the other way. You got to ask yourself, what's going on? They want to grow the hobby via hanky panky. And there's no accountability for people at the top, especially when he's hanging out with people who's been doing a lot of hanky panky. So, once again, the name of the game is manipulation. They want to manipulate you. People get mad. I get DMs saying, like, oh, why are you doing these videos and speculation, this and that? No, it's pattern recognition. I pick up on things and I say them way before everyone else. Or if people have figured it out, they're too quiet because they don't want to hurt their image in front of the go along, get along gang. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I'll say whatever I want, when I want, and how I want to say it. Anyways, let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.